Alrighty, welcome to episode 4, we think, of the Exceeding Expectations podcast.
Love it.
Sky Blue FC. Today is August 4th, Friday. We are returning from the Washington Spirit.
Yep.
Sky Blue FC soccer game. Tough loss for our girls.
First loss that we've attended.
We are winners. We're exclusively winners, I think. Maybe draw guys also until tonight. Total bummer. But as men of the media, we have to cover wins and losses.
You got to be there.
So here we are. Frank and I just taking on the tough job of being the media after a full week of work. You know, we said no, we're not going to punch the time clock yet. We're gonna spice it up and get out there as members of the media. So, media doesn't sleep. It's 10 o'clock. We just get after it. So here we are.
We're just in the trenches for you. Not the way we wanted to start a Friday with a loss, but
Agreed. All right, so let's start with. We'll rewind literally to the complete beginning of our experience.
Don't know if you noticed this, but did a podcast on the way in.
Yep.
Starting at 7.
Yep.
Which was also the same time the game started. Therefore, we were late.
Oh, right. Yes. So the Facebook Live, check that out over on Facebook. You know what? 7 o'clock every Friday. That's
Shit happens.
That's what we do. But here's the thing. We were 20 minutes late. Like I said, we work a full week. We're working men, blue-collar badasses. No big deal. But
No apologies on that.
Oh, absolutely not. We're tax-paying members of working America.
A lot of grid going on.
So you're welcome, for starters.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we digress. We were a little bit late. We show up, and the parking attendant seemed to be cleaning up shop, which, dude, it's only 20 minutes into the game.
We weren't that late.
We weren't that yet. Come on. So we pull in, and he has the audacity to say something about, he wants to get $5 from us.
Yeah, obviously not going to happen.
We, as members of the media, say, no, we're here with the media. And he looks at me and says, really? Brandon, I was wearing this. I was wearing a t-shirt.
We weren't flashing anything, because,
No.
we've been there a few times, been around the block.
Yeah, we got really cocky, and he kind of was like,
honestly,
bro. He kind of gave us a bro. He wasn't wrong, but I also,
First time we got questioned.
It was the first, I said this earlier, I think it was the first time that I thought, oh shit, this is...
A little taken aback.
It's this is hey, idiot, me, this is a professional organization, you can't just walk through everything like you have been.
And it's different because last game we walked around the entire field.
Right, yes. It was very no holds barred last time. This time, a lot. We really flexed our professional muscles. So shout out to us on that. That's pretty neat.
So then we get in there finally after having gone through 21 questions. One question.
After going through the ringer.
And, of course, we immediately report to the beer garden to start our professional reporting.
Hey, I mean...
If you're going to do it.
If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. It's fine. So, here's the thing. We head to we're at the beer garden, and we're looking around. And we're thinking to ourselves, what do you think the ratio is here of heterosexual humans? I'm not saying males or females per se. I'm just saying, what are the odds that we sample a random person at that game? Are they straight?
Just a survey of a person, 10 people, what would we get back? And we were thinking, maybe 50-50.
It strongly could be a 50-50 ratio. And we're just talking fans. We are just talking fans. I'm very sincerely saying 50-50. Here's why. Here's one of the reasons why I'm convinced it's 50-50. We watched right in front of us a very, very aggressive PDA at the beer garden. Now, naturally, people are getting boozy. They're feeling good.
But it is still a sports game.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. And we see this guy, I'm sorry, person who I thought was a guy, do a nice little ass grab on his girl, who was
wife, fiance,
strong,
lover.
She was the offensive lineman to his quarterback, and I thought he was, doing a little grab assing, which is great. Hey, you do your thing with your girl. That I was told later by Frank that was a woman.
It was.
It was. I'll share the picture later. I very sincerely thought that was a fucking woman, and I thought that just two lesbians grab assing and you do you. I'm not judging.
Now it could just be that people are more open at these games. It could be
more open.
It's a more friendly environment. The team.
So I'm more aware of the lesbians.
Yeah. So there's a lot more. Pride things showing, which is fine. Love it. Do you?
Sure.
Maybe just in public, people are a little bit more quiet about it. But we noticed and thought possibly
it was strong.
Probably 50-50.
It's just just something to write down, something to take home.
Noteworthy.
Noteworthy. That's a good word for it. So we just wanted to dip our toes in the water on the just the sexuality.
So if you think you're striking out on,
that's a good point. If Bumble's not working, if Tinder's not working for you, and you swing that way, I'm telling you, Sky Blue FC probably plays.
Hit them up.
Yeah.
Great prices on tickets.
Oh, for sure. Another thing we want to talk about at the beer garden, we did see a really strong crowd. I'd say maybe it was 10 to 15 people.
Yeah.
It was guys and girls, maybe 30 to 40-ish aged, and getting smoked. They have tables. They have tables set up in the beer garden area.
Tables and tall boys.
I don't know, maybe 3 feet circles. I swear, by the time we showed up, which was only 20 minutes into the game, they almost had that table full of empty cans. And I was so proud of them, because that's they're the lightest beer that they sell is Miller Lite.
And
they weren't
still
even
stadium pricing too. They're not slacking off here.
They're paying $7 a can, and they had at least 10 to 15 cans on the table when we showed up.
And they all had beers.
Oh yeah, those were the empties. So they were doing great.
Incredible.
I was really proud of their performance at the beer garden. We hadn't seen anything like that to date.
It was good showing. Good showing at the beer garden.
Yeah, and then segue to the profitability.
Oh my God.
Let's talk business.
So then, obviously, shout out to our new writer that's going to his MBA.
Our business correspondent, Tank Chesney.
How you doing? So we talked frosé, obviously, because you don't get a frosé anywhere. You got to go to a Sky Blue game.
Yep.
Chatted the guy up, talked about what time they get in, how long they're there for, how often they're selling it. Today was a slow day, a little bit cooler of a night. Not many people are getting as many frosés.
It wasn't hot. I wasn't sweating standing.
Today was the ideal day to go to the game.
It was 70 and beautiful.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Nice breeze.
I mean, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was perfectly comfortable. That's great.
Yeah, that's living the dream.
Anyways, we started talking to the guy, and we're like, how many people buy it? He thinks maybe 15 to 20 people. They use Barefoot Wine, shout out Barefoot, and they make these awesome margarita frosés, basically frozen wine.
Yeah.
Slushies is essentially what they are. And oh my God, they were. We sweet talked our way and the gentleman who was working it.
It was his third day working, by the way.
He was his third day. He gave us a couple free samples, which we were thinking like, oh, it might come in a shot glass. No.
Yeah, like
this
just
came
a little
in,
bit.
It's like picture half of a Solo cup is how much fucking frosé that
he wanted us to try it.
Yeah,
right.
So we tried it. It was pretty. You know what?
It made sense why not too many people bought it that day, because it was pretty fucking cold.
It was very cold. It was, but that's okay. I could see myself if it was 85, 90 degrees out.
Oh my god.
I'd be crushing those things.
Not a huge wine guy personally, but
just refreshing. Hey. I can see it being like, oh, thank God. It's like, it was beautiful.
It was good.
I could get into that. Yeah, I think that's basically what we got.
Yeah, so back to the game.
Sure. Oh, right. What we were there for.
We get there. It's 1-0, but 1-0 good guys. I mean, sky blue.
Yeah.
And our ladies, we were on the back foot. You know, Washington was getting a lot of chances, and it wasn't looking too hot.
Washington seemed to be controlling the game, and we seemed to be lucky that we were up 1-0. By the way, Washington, like the worst record in the league.
Yeah, so we're coming here on the way in. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna score like 900 goals. Yeah. This will be great. Everybody's gonna want to shoot the shit at the end of the game.
Hell happened, but whatever.
Not so great. Not so great.
So, anyways, they were controlling the ball. We come out at halftime. Which
we end the half
in.
at 1-0, but it was pretty much a good showing of what was to come in the second half. Because we did not look like we were in control.
No, we looked like butt cheeks. It was bad. But sometimes we were giving signs that we weren't going to hold the 1-0 lead in the first.